Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 44-year-old former Colorado resident and current Tennessee resident, Isaiah Farnsworth, recorded video while he was on the Capitol grounds. He shared it on Facebook. And in one video, Farnsworth was heard saying, quote, "We have a right to be at our house. We have a right to be on our lawn. We have a right to bring our grievances to the government. Never, never be passive about such a powerful government any longer." He was also then heard in a video outside the Senate wing doors as others were attempting to break in. He was chanting, "Let us in." However, he ended up entering the building through a different door, through the parliamentarian door. That's where another member of the mob had smashed in a window. They reached inside and then opened it from the inside. Well, after entering, Farnsworth was seen on video. He was assisting others in the mob. They were trying to bust through an office door. And the prosecutor described Farnsworth slamming himself into the door at least 4 times. And then he stood back and he was watching as others were bashing it in with a metal stand. Well, eventually they succeeded. They broke the door open. And the sentencing memo says that the damage to the door was nearly $10,000. And the mob caused an additional $4,000 in damage inside the office. They broke the windows, they damaged other stuff inside. So Farnsworth entered the office himself. He actually went in twice. He exited, then went back in. And the sentencing memo points out that, quote, "Ironically, as he walked out of the office and through the doors, which he had mere minutes prior assisted in breaking open through brute force, he repeatedly yelled at other rioters to respect our house and cautioned against breaking or stealing anything." And then later that night, Farnsworth was seen and heard on video admitting to being at the Capitol. And he said to someone, quote, "You know, that's my house. I told them to respect my house. Don't break nothing. Don't steal nothing." These people are delusional. And then on January 8th, Farnsworth posted a very lengthy tirade on Facebook that I have to read to you. It says, quote, "The battle will come to you no matter what. There is no going back to life as usual. Everyone needs to get over whatever form of denial they have and acknowledge the tyranny that is building a cage. If we don't all stand united together, we will hang separately. What will we tell our children? What will you do? Will you keep your head down and pretend we aren't supposed to do anything? They have already ruined so many of our livelihood. So do you really think it will return to normal? Denial is knit a river in Egypt." Okay, well, it's not is the word, and actually denial is. Denial isn't, but the Nile is a river in Egypt. Anyway, he went on to ramble a bit more. And then on January 10th, he posted, quote, "We are at war." And again, he's encouraging people to wake up. So Farnsworth was arrested on December 5th of 2022, and he was charged with destruction of government property, entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and 2 counts of physical violence, as well as parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. Following his arrest and during the interview with the FBI, they say he was basically belligerent. He kept raising his voice at the agents, and they said that he appeared resentful. He also tried to downplay his actions, and he said that he thought the parliamentarian door was open to the public. However, there was glass on the floor when he walked in, the alarms were going off. He also admitted that he didn't go further into the building because he saw police standing in the hallway. They were in a standoff with other people. So Farnsworth at some point must have had a come to Jesus moment, because in May of 2023, He pleaded guilty to destruction of government property. So Farnsworth faced up to 10 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 7 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $11,860 in restitution. An utterly pathetic sentence, considering that Farnsworth has not only extensive criminal history, but a very disturbing criminal history. According to the sentencing memo, Farnsworth had 14 convictions before his 18th birthday. 14. He racked up another 9 convictions just between the ages of 18 and 21, one of which, when he was 20, involved the absolutely vile, heinous, disgusting, vomit-inducing sexual assault of a 3-year-old child. I will spare you the details, but it is disturbing beyond belief. It was the child of his wife at the time. So she must have had a child from a previous relationship. Again, I'm not going to tell you what went on. Just trust me, you don't want to know. Farnsworth spent 10 years in prison for that crime. He was in from 2000 to 2010. Then they say when he got out, he went back in for a brief period of time because of parole violations. So that was in 2011. He kept out of trouble, or at least didn't get in trouble for whatever he did, up until 2018, when he was convicted 4 more times in the same year. In March of 2018, he pleaded guilty to criminal mischief and an act of a domestic violence for crimes involving his then wife. 1 month later, he was charged and convicted again of criminal mischief. That involved another woman. In June, that same year, he was charged with felony menacing with a real or simulated weapon, false imprisonment, harassment, and assault in the 3rd degree, including knowingly, recklessly causing injury. That one also involved his wife. He then pleaded guilty to the assault charge, and he received only 2 years of probation for that. Then, the same month, he was charged with a misdemeanor and several driving infractions. So he pleaded down to 1 count in those charges and received only a fine. Unbelievable. What's truly stomach churning, the sentencing memo says he has 2 children. What is wrong with women? Do they not do any kind of background search? Really? Anyway, I couldn't locate any details about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but unfortunately, U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta presided over this case. Lately, he has been just an embarrassment. He's been such a letdown. He has not seemed to care about administering justice, and this case was no exception. He sentenced Farnsworth to only 3 months in prison and 3 years of probation. Not even a fine, no restitution fee. I have to say, I'm really coming to despise this judge. This violent child molester, he deserved everything that the prosecutor asked for and then some. In my opinion, if you touch a child, you should never, ever leave prison, or they should bury you underneath the prison. So there you go, guys. Another sexual predator for Trump. I've lost count, right? Birds of a feather and all that. All right. I will let you all know when I hear more about this guy, because I just have a feeling we're going to. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Sorry it wasn't better news. Please like this video anyway. Help to get more eyeballs on this stuff, so people understand how easy these violent, heinous people are getting off. And the fact that, Democrats are painted by the right as being child predators when apparently they've got just, a plethora on their side. All right. Thanks again, guys. As I said, please like, please share, please subscribe, please donate if you possibly can. Love you guys. Take care. Talk with you soon.